The arena is where it is decided who is the best of the best is. And today, the best PlayStation 2 games in the world, according to top 10 lists all over the world, must face each other in the arena to see who the best really is. Today I'm joined by a few friends, Jared Passmore, Danny Campbell, Brianna Bilby, and Eric Winter, and we're going to battle it out to decide which of these games are the greatest the PS2 had to offer. In the ring this week are two sequels that added much to their respective franchises and fleshed out their worlds in unexpected ways. Jak II and Devil May Cry 3 in the arena tonight. Let's see who survives.
Let's do this. Alright, so welcome to our PS2 Arena podcast, I assume. Yes, that's what it's called. I haven't actually thought of a name yet. But it's
PS2 Arena.
That'll work.
PS2 Arena? Yeah, works good. Alright. I'll get you guys
multi-tap, because like no one's ever seen one of those. They're a fucking urban legend.
I know they are.
Oh,
multi-tap.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's happening now.
It's you tap when you get knocked the fuck out. Well, not me.
Is that why it's
I think
called
you're
a
thinking of a
multi-tap?
different...
No. I was going for the fight thing because it's an arena. We're fighting.
I thought you meant like the multi-tap
battle
PS2
between
thing.
To play 4-player on PlayStation 2, you have to go up and hit it a few times.
Yeah, I was
players,
like, why
guys.
is that like a myth?
4 players.
Well, no, it's a myth because no one ever had one. And like
I had one. I had 2.
You know, yeah.
Really?
Like.
Yeah, I had one that didn't fit my PS2, which is for PS2 Slim, but I didn't have a Slim, so it was like you'd fit it in.
So you needed one for different consoles.
Yeah,
So
and then I got a shitty Mad Cat one that was like you plugged it into your player 1 slot, and it had 4 controller ports like that.
Yeah,
and then
that's
a memory
the one
card
I
slot
heard
on top.
about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one kind of worked.
And like everyone was like, you'd always have 2 friends, like one friend over, and like 2 friends over. So like your best friend, and then another guy that you kind of like.
You didn't really want them to play, but they were fun.
Yeah. You wanted them to play, but like you had to take it in turns, and
Yeah.
like they always talked about it's like we had.
Oh, my Xbox, you can just plug the controllers right in. It's got 4 ports.
The thing when I finally got one, I had an Xbox as well, and I was like, woo! And then me and my friend Axel were just like, we should go play Xbox. I'm like, yeah, that's a good point. We should go play Xbox. We literally do this shit on another console. Yes, we're calling it multi-tap now.
Multi-tap?
Yeah.
Tap?
Multi-tap arena.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Alright, I'll get you all to introduce yourselves. Start with you. What's your name? Jared.
Yes, Jared. What's your name, Jared?
I would have been great because I would have just stayed silent. Just like, who's he talking to?
Exactly.
Find out next session. So Jared Passmore.
I'm Danny.
Eric.
I'm Bree.
Yeah.
No last names. So now everyone can find me, but no one can find you.
Yeah.
It's a bit
What
personal.
about your name, Kai?
Elroy Protection. Yeah. Yes, I'm Kai. This is another Ramblery thing. And
right.
these are excluding Danny, because Danny doesn't know shit about PS2 games.
No, apparently
She had to
not.
fill in the slot.
Yeah.
These are all my friends who know the most about PS2 games. Even then, even I don't. Anyway. So we're here to argue which of these are the best PS2 games in a very tournament style fashion.
To the death?
Nah, to like mild annoyance.
Okay.
So
Mild aggression. I'm already highly annoyed, so who wins now?
So the first bracket it's kind of cool because these are both sequels that did story shit to their respective games that didn't actually were really light on story. As Jak II, also known as Jak II Renegade for us Aussie people.
Yes.
And Devil May Cry 3, also known as Devil May Cry 3 for us Aussie people.
Is it not called Jak and Daxter 2?
No, it's just called Jak.
Jak II Renegade.
Because Daxter's a side character now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
he holds
really?
a gun while you drive that.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, I forgot about that. It's cool, yeah.
Does anyone have any opening points? What do we want to go for?
It's a fucking banger. That's it.
Which one? Jak II?
I would probably go Jak II purely for the nostalgia reasons.
Nostalgia.
Just
Nostalgia, but I just thought it was a top-notch game. It had the story was still good. You had the characters, which they had a lot of comedic relief in a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I love Daxter.
Platforming,
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
I've always,
A lot of people don't like
I've never
him.
got the hate for Daxter. I've always loved him. Yes, he's
Which
annoying.
one's Daxter?
He's the annoying
Is it orange?
Danny.
He's the orange one.
Yeah.
The orange one. Oh, yeah.
Danny, disclose which ones you haven't played.
All of them except for like the first 10 minutes of Devil May Cry 3, the first 10 minutes of Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3.
That's because Kai made you play it?
I did.
Yeah.
I was like, we've got 4 hours to kill. You're playing all these games for 10 minutes.
All of God of War 2 and God of War 1, yeah. And
why asking me?
no, I couldn't remember which ones you had on the list, and there was one more, I think, or maybe that was it. Or Ratchet and Clank 3, yeah.
Okay, yes.
So they're the only ones that I've
But
played on that
Jak 2
list.
is pretty cool. Like, I like it. I don't love it though.
In saying it, there's one good thing which you can go off straight away, which is Tara Strong does his mechanic friend.
Oh, Tess?
Tess.
Tess,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Wait,
so
you mean
that's-
Kira? Are we
Kira?
talking about
Well, which
his
one?
love interest on the second one?
No,
In the first one?
It's second one. I think it's. I can't remember.
As in the blue hair?
She with the red hair.
No,
Blonde
That's
hair.
Ash.
that's
Ah,
Ash.
the
the
cool-
third
the cool one.
Yeah.
There's the mechanic friend who's in the first
yeah,
one as
who
well.
gives you
That's
the
Kira.
hover? Yeah,
Yeah.
who gives you the hoverboard?
Kira.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kira.
I'm thinking of the other one,
Yeah.
Daxter's
Yeah,
one,
Daxter's.
Dax
Yeah.
liked, yeah.
She's voiced by like Tara Strong, and Tara Strong is like Timmy Turner and like all those amazing characters.
Oh no, she runs a gun range, that's right, yeah, Tess runs a gun range.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
In saying that, they were too sexy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they were
Well, that-
like all the girls in that were just. It's like oh,
Insanely hot and all obsessed with the main characters as well.
Yeah, and like he was mute for the first game.
Oh, wow,
kinda fits
Kira
into,
is, like,
it kind of fits into like what
curvy.
Naughty Dog did to to Jak 2 was like to like man, Jak
Well,
1
Naughty
was a
Dog-
family friendly
Yeah.
exploration game. This is a fucking teenage
And there's a lot of
adults.
low-key sexual references in it as
Yeah,
well.
it's crazy.
Loki, I think there's.
They were pretty
Yeah.
obvious, yeah.
Daxter's
Legit,
sexual all the
like,
time.
Yeah.
I would say that's to its detriment because like
It worked.
they're but like, I mean, hot characters are always good, but can't we have like one Uggo?
Isn't it like all the villains?
Crew, yeah, what about Crew?
Crew.
Yeah.
Crew's
He's just a
Uggo.
blob.
Yeah. Are we allowed to swear on this podcast?
Yes.
Yes.
Fuck it, yes.
Yes.
Ah, shit!
Is that a bug?
Yes, it was a butt. It
Yeah.
was a tattoo butt.
Oh, tattoo bud. No, I
Danny,
don't
what are you
know.
doing to this podcast?
Well, I gotta entertain myself while you guys talk about games that I've never
But
played in my
like,
life.
Jak 2 is kind of cool. Like,
No, I love it. It's one of
Yeah,
those-
I like
It's
it,
my
but like, I
favourite.
also like not the biggest fan of it because like I really love the first Jak and Daxter.
I
Like,
find the first one to
really
be a bit shallow.
It is
I think
very
2
basic.
definitely-
bitch.
I think
Heads.
it was very basic.
Like,
The
in-
second one
like
gave
today,
it
yeah.
something else, like the Dark Jak. You had a lot more.
And there's a lot more mechanics in
Yes.
it.
Saying
Yeah.
that, Jack also had a voice. Like
Yeah,
was
it gave
very
him
subtle.
And it was way more story driven. The first game has like no story. It's like go get orbs, you nerd. Like,
Pretty much.
so this one's like, oh no, we like one of the first lines of dialogue is like Jak being like, I'm gonna kill Prax.
That's
Yes.
the first thing he said,
Yeah,
yeah.
and you're like shit, dude.
2's got time travel in it as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Plus, there's
All the
that,
great stories have
there's
that.
that beautiful scene at the very start where it's like, I'll be right back for you, Jack. And it's like 7
Yeah.
2
and
years
it's like
later,
3
yeah, I
years
love
later.
that.
Yeah. It's just like, oh.
The game Daxter on the PSP does that the best because it has the cut, but it just cuts to him in a bar. It's like he just doesn't care about Jack at all. Doesn't go to Jack. It's just Daxter in a bar who's got completely about Jack.
I even really like the Daxter mini games. There's even one where you have the metal heads that you have to hit, like
Oh yeah, that's hard.
whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
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 All those
Um,
mini games loved.
It was also one of those games that was like, you knew you were like a badass if you had like your memory card. And it was like 100% of like Jak Next 2 because it's like you had to do all the shooting missions.
It's
And, like,
also
all
a
the
fucking
racing.
hard game.
Yeah.
It's a very hard
I
game.
almost 100%ed it recently, but I forgot
Oh,
one.
you fucked it up, didn't
yeah,
you?
I forgot one of the orbs that was in the
Oh.
metalhead the main area, the end area, and I forgot one, and you can't go back to that area at all, and so I had.
Jesus, man.
I got slightly angry. So little bits like that, but in older games like that, they didn't really think of people.
Well, that's a really also funny link between Devil
No
May Cry,
backtracking.
Devil May Cry 3 and Jak 2. They're both fucking hard games.
Mm.
Like, Devil May Cry 3 broke me like on so many accounts where I was like, never playing this again. And I was like, I'll come back.
10
a week
minutes later, come back to it. Yeah.
Right, let's do this. We're coming back, boys.
Well, like
What do you think difference-wise between characters? Obviously, you love Dante
Mm.
more than anything. as
I
well.
mean, you have the Dante jacket, don't you?
Yeah, well, that's from DMC.
Oh.
But that's a cool jacket, so it still counts. I do love Dante.
So that's a point towards
Yeah.
the game. I
not
own
the
an
jacket.
article of clothing.
I have the swords as well.
That's true.
That's true.
My
yeah.
hair has been dyed white. That is also a point. Like
I'm a man, not an elf man. So that's a point for it.
my women have also been sexual. Oh, actually, we'll leave that one equal.
That's another thing
Yeah.
Jak 2 and Devil May Cry have in common.
Yeah.
There's no ugly character in that game.
Yeah, it's
Even
like
villains.
Mortal Kombat 9.
Or all of
Yeah,
them.
Mortal Kombat
Oh.
9's a bit much.
Oh, gore.
Even Melina is hot as fucking Mortal Kombat, but
Yeah.
that's not why we're here.
No, I mean, can we just
Just as long as
talk
she leaves
about
him out.
Yeah.
No, Jak.
Yeah, yeah.
We're talking about Jak 2 and Devil May Cry 3.
it? Like, at the end of the day, I look at it as like I've never had the appeal to go back and play Devil May Cry 3. Like, I played it when I was younger.
Yeah,
That was enough for
I
me.
only went back to play it when DMC 5 got announced. I was like, I'll play a Devil May Cry game. I was like, I could play 4, but I don't have to deal with that second half of the game. I
Yeah.
was like, I'll play 3 then. And then I was playing, I'm like, I love this, but God, this is
Yeah,
it's a little too hard.
I went
but
back
I love
to
that game.
Jak 2 more than I would. I played, I think, Devil May Cry 3 once, and then I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
But I feel like a point for Devil May Cry 3 that Jak 2 doesn't have is that
The music?
Jak 2, yes, but Jak 2, despite being really good, isn't like it's kind of a genre definer, but not really. It was like it's kind of just it plays fun. It's a
It
fun
has
game.
a lot of genres in one.
Yeah,
Mm.
Devil May Cry 3 is arguably the perfect hack and slash. Like it is. Like all the systems work perfectly, except for you can't change styles on the go, which is a bit annoying. But like everything in that game.
Wait, what
is
do you put
perfect
it out?
hack
They
and slash.
literally say at the beginning.
No, you
can
can't
change.
you can't change it on the go. I mean, like press a button, you've changed style.
Oh,
And then when
you
you
mean
have to
like
go
you have to
save
go into the
statue.
options and then.
As
yeah,
with this
yeah.
one, Devil May Cry, Devil May Cry 4, you can change the button. But that besides that little niggle, Devil May Cry 3 is perfect hack and slash. As where I wouldn't call Jak and Daxter a perfect open world adventure game.
What do you consider like a perfect hack and slash? Like, would you say God of War is up there as well?
I'd say it's up there.
Oh,
Maybe not there though,
I don't
because there's a little
know.
things with God of War that kind of know the shit.
yeah. Like,
But if you're describing it as
It's
a
very
hack and
one.
slash,
It's very one combo-y.
Hmm.
That's the thing with Devil May Cry 3. If you actually spend the time with it and learn it, it's like watching an anime, but you're playing.
But in saying that, unless you're playing like hard and you're going for SS, right?
Yeah.
You don't really need to.
Yeah,
Like, I found like I could get through with just like the same combo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean, of course, I played at the beginning, so it was really easy.
Yeah.
But I feel like I could just, do the same thing on. What was I playing? Normal?
You're playing on gold.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, yeah, because
Gold
gold and yellow.
Gold gives you checkpoints.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why yellow doesn't give you checkpoints.
Mm.
Yellow says you died, start again,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Mm.
That's another thing that Jak 2 actually had was shit
Checkpoints.
checkpoints.
Yeah.
Like I would do an
I didn't
entire
know-
platforming die at the very it's 20-30 minutes of this one level you die, but you have to go to the very start.
It still has the like the Jak and Daxter one, like out of nowhere you died situations where it's like, oh, I died.
Everything can just fall off stuff. We get
Yeah.
like crushed
Yeah.
like a roller.
Yeah. You're just like, well, I'll try again. Oh, I lost 30 minutes of progress.
Mm.
Fuck.
Um,
Like, but even Devil May Cry 3 still has that problem
Yeah.
as well, though.
the other weak thing I would probably say for Jak and Daxter would probably be its villains. They are not very good.
Yeah, they're not. They're.
They are very.
They're-
I am the
They're
bad
there.
guy.
They're
yeah,
there.
they're there.
There.
Whereas the Devil May Cry 3 villains, fucking.
Mm. We've got Virgil, who's the best villain.
Oh
Ser-
yeah,
ser-
and like they were
series
so
got-
good. He brought
Arkham is just so lovably hateable,
Yeah.
and then you've got the Jester, who's just a good time.
Who's
to
the one
have
that
around.
appears at the beginning?
That's the one that walks into the
Yeah.
shop. That's Arkham.
Oh, okay.
So he's got a really. You only play like the first 30 minutes.
Oh,
of it.
not even.
But he's got a really cool backstory,
Mm.
like his
Yeah, like I.
explanation and how he ties into Virgil and the Sons of Sparta is like.
Like my thinking
That's
is
fine.
like I would never go back and look into like Baron Praxis's
Yeah.
backstory.
But
Like
you'd be
what
like-
makes him tick?
But you'd be like,
whereas
but Virgil.
Virgil is so good that like he's in 5, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Pseudo in fire.
yeah, like so much that like when you watch the trailer for 5, you're like, oh, is that my boy?
Well,
Is that my boy?
That's like you can tell like they put a lot of effort into that because before Devil May Cry 3
Funny spot.
Virgil was canon backstory was taken by a kid and then kept in the demon world and Mundus turned into a monster. And then when the guys who made Devil May Cry 3, they had so many great ideas for Virgil that Capcom gave them permission to retcon it and be like, no, bring him back, it's cool. Like fuck what we did in Devil May Cry 1. And it does show in the game where you're like, oh, Virgil's story and everyone's story in that game.
I just remember, didn't Jak 2, isn't the old guy at the beginning, doesn't he turn out to be the metalhead later?
Yeah.
Yes, core.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Oh.
it's very obvious as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Virgil's the user of Yamato. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. I like. I don't know. Devil May Cry 3 is one of my favorite games ever made. Like Jak 2, I enjoy, but I also don't like it because as much as I do dig the tonal shift, I also think it was really out of like it's just like the fun's gone on over. It's like Jak 1's very fun tonally. I love Jak 1's tone, but Jak 2, I dig it, but not huge. As with Devil May Cry 3, I'm like this is almost perfect.
It's not about you, Kai.
I know. Well, that's just my
Sorry,
opinion.
This is a democracy. We're all voting. It's not
Exactly.
about you.
But are you guys
Actually-
voting on like nostalgia, or are you guys?
I'm
voting
voting
Well,
on
I've played
Jak
both
replayability for me for
Mhm.
Jak
Yeah, that's a
2.
good
I've
point.
gone back many times to redo it. I love the comedic value from it. I
Yeah,
actually
Jak 2's
enjoy the
got-
gameplay.
Also, Jak 2's story is fucking great.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. The gameplay, it has its moments, but it's a shooter. It's open world for the time.
Yeah. I'd say it's still
Yeah.
fits open world today.
Um,
You get a big OC to explore.
The platforming hit and miss, literally hit and miss, but still enjoyable. Checkpoints can need work, but I would play it again and again. I'd still love it.
Yeah.
I mean, like I brought the remaster. So
I
Yeah,
got,
so did I, yeah.
Yeah.
PlayStation Store. I got all
So-
four.
That was
Danny,
enough
what do you
for
think?
me.
From the like, have you played Jak 2 at all?
No, I haven't. I didn't. Yeah.
What did you think of like the 30 minutes to an hour of DMC that you played?
I mean, it was hard to tell because I don't think all of Devil May Cry 3 is you're inside a tiny room.
No.
No.
Yeah,
So
But
can
like,
do
from
that.
what you played, did you enjoy it, or like, what did you like, what did you hate?
I didn't like the camera at all.
Oh, okay, that's a good point.
The camera.
DMC3's camera is
Like,
very
I was like, I
frustrating.
want to move this camera, and I can only move it, and then it stops. I'm like, this is really not what
It
I
does
want.
keep it orientated on you though. Like, so
Yeah.
you never not have that information.
But I want to be able to actually see where I'm like attacking, if
That's
that makes
fair.
sense.
That's fair.
Like to try and at least learn what the game is, because I'd never played a Devil May Cry game before now. Trying to learn how he fights in terms of like where his hits go in terms of hitboxes and all that stuff. It was a bit annoying.
That's
But apart from that, it was pretty fun.
It's kind of good that you've played like bits and pieces of each like game, but in like first 10 minutes, because like
you get like first impression.
exactly, because like there's a lot of
Would
things.
you play
that we
Devil May
just-
Cry 3? Like, or
Nah.
art?
I don't know. I mean,
Well, that's kind of the answer. Then.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
But it was very much like, because you were in a tiny room, and so the camera didn't have much give. But it was very much, I would say, is like a personal kind of preference in trying to learn how a game works for the first time, or a franchise works, how a character plays. I always like to have that behind camera view,
Yeah.
or even just an over the shoulder to at least understand,
Yes,
I guess,
fair.
more.
I
Yeah,
see
or
what
have
you're
at least
saying.
maybe just more control.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right, well, does anyone else got any last points before we vote for who's going
I mean,
to
like-
come out as a winner?
Jack's hair got infinitely better in 3.
But is it better than Devil May Cry?
So what is
No,
Jack?
just-
just out of curiosity.
He's,
Is he an
elf?
elf?
Yeah.
They're
like
like human,
boy.
like
Yeah.
human elf people.
Yeah.
I think technically they are actually just called humans. Like, if you look them up
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
all the compendium stuff.
I think like they've also got they can also spin like Crash, so maybe it's
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
That's
Hybrid?
naughty. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
you playing all the Jak and Daxter series. You actually get Naughty Dog's feel for when they made Crash. So the platforming, the spinning, a lot of the attacks are. They do very well.
That's like the first Jak and Daxter is almost a spiritual successor
Yes.
to Crash, because it still plays like Crash. It's like
The first Sly Cooper is very Crash.
yeah, it's the same. I remember like when Naughty Dog made it, they said they just took the idea of, if we took Crash, put him in a big open area, can we make a game out of that?
Oh,
So
they still
it.
all look fantastic as well. I don't know how Devil May Cry looks, but Jack looks
Jack-
fantastic.
Democrat has aged a little
They look
A
great.
lot.
still.
Yeah, all the Jak and Daxter, they've actually aged.
really well.
Really
yeah.
All the
It-
colours, yeah, looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I would vote Jak II.
Yeah, so would I.
so
Yeah,
voting, so-
I think I'll have to go with Jak 2. I mean, I've never played
play
it,
the
but
game and just get over it. No, the
Yeah.
hoverboard was awful.
What?
The hoverboard was awful.
That's
Just
alright.
leaving that in
The
there.
hoverboard, yes, was quite awful sometimes. The movement on it actually drove me insane.
It was-
But pros and cons.
I mean, like, we summed it up. Like, we all played Jak 2 again, but
Yeah.
none of us played Devil May Cry 3 again.
Mm.
But like, I would say
I've tried
Devil
to
May
play
Cry
it.
is definitely a better series.
Yes,
Well,
definitely.
that's the thing, is both these games brought a lot of, as sequels, even though DMC3 is a prequel, but sequel development wise, they all brought a lot more shit to the series that didn't have stuff. Like Jak 2 brought storytelling to Jak, because Jak 1 didn't have storytelling.
Yeah.
Devil May Cry 3 brought that good story to a Devil May Cry game. It was like, this is actually story focused, unlike the other 2 games we made, where it was just like Dante's in a room, demons, have fun.
so that's why he's alive
But,
at the beginning.
well, that's later on in the game.
Yeah.
No,
Well, the opening cutscene that you saw,
it's
where,
the
like,
end.
that's halfway through the game.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's alive. How is he alive? He got stabbed at the beginning. That makes sense. Okay, cool.
Right, so who
Next.
votes? So you're doing Jak 2?
Yeah, I would say Jak 2 is a better
Jak 2.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jak
yeah,
Jak
yeah,
2,
Jak
okay.
2.
So Jak 2 won this one, boys.
But I think
Boys.
like Devil May Cry is definitely a better sequel.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
there wasn't enough to go back to Jak. If like 3 got mixed in together with 2, that would have been great. But it's like 4 for Devil May Cry was great. It was pretty garbage, but it was also great.
First half was good. I dug the first half
Yeah.
of 4. Second half of 4 drove me fucking
Like
insane.
battle leg warmers and like
Yeah.
pseudo white hair, best friends, best friends.
Well, there you have, folks. One must fall. Sadly, that had to be Devil May Cry 3. Tune next week for our next round, which is Gran Turismo 4 vs Silent Hill 2. What the? Who let that in? It is random after all. Remember to subscribe to the Ramblers podcast for more, and we will see you in the arena soon. Adios!